Today's program is sponsored by The Anthony Vincent Salon. Say hello to beautiful.
You're listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, health, wellness, and sex.
Mostly sex.
Learn and laugh with us anytime, anyplace. Go right to our website, anthonyvincentsalon.com. Click away and listen today.
You'll be glad you did.
Yes, you will be.
Oh, do we have a good show for you today?
Of course we do.
Yes.
Why? Why is that? Because it's us.
Because it's us. Hey, do you remember, I guess a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about that $6,000 toilet?
Why?
From Japan?
Why? Why do we always have to talk about toilets and bathroom stuff?
Well,
you're like a freak.
we're gonna be talking about some of the things that go on in the bathroom in Japan.
Why? Why? Why are you curious about this?
This is great information that people don't
gosh.
know about the different cultures.
And so people need to know about the bathroom. They can't talk about the rice?
Well, there's all strange things going on. No rice in a Japanese bathroom. At least I don't think. But we're going to talk about that. And we're also going to be talking about how your cat could be changing your personality.
Oh.
Do you have a cat?
I have 3.
Oh, my God. No wonder you're the way you are. And you're going to find out why. And all you listeners are going to find out why, too. But first, we're going to be talking about men's finger size.
Ooh, finger size, huh?
Yes.
What it really says about a man.
Oh, that little smirk of yours. It's not about how his finger size is related to the size of his junk.
Hello? That wasn't what my smirk was about.
Oh, yes, it was.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Oh, what was it about?
I'm not telling you.
Well, there are other reasons why you may want to check the length of a man's ring finger.
Okay. I would like to hear about this. So tell me why it is important to know about the length of a man's ring finger.
Well, it may be a very important indication on how nice he is toward the opposite sex.
Let me look at your hands. Okay. All right. So this is very interesting. Our hands, like, you know what's really weird? Your ring finger is a little bit longer than your pointer, and so is mine. That's a similarity. Mm-hmm. Wow. They're pretty similar, except for my nail polish is Carl.
And
yours is different.
My nail polish is different. Well, what it is, it has to do with the size ratio, and it's funny how you mention this. The size ratio of a man's index finger.
Oh my God.
And his ring finger.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I was just really.
You just
I know
picked it right out.
I did it. I did it again. Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of like me. Like, I just did it. I could do it again.
Always.
Yeah, it's good.
We
It's
can
good
just
to be the
do
king.
it. Really? Is that what you think?
Mm-hmm.
You think you're the king?
No, let me think what I want.
You think it. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to take that away from you.
Well, the way you do it, you determine that by dividing the index finger's length by the ring finger's length.
Okay.
So basically, the shorter a man's index finger that's compared with his ring finger, the more likely he is to be nice to women.
Ah. So what happens if your ring finger is longer?
Well, guys whose index finger and ring finger are close in length or have a short ring finger, well, you might want to avoid them because they're more likely to be argumentative.
Oh, very, very interesting.
And you know I'm not argumentative.
Oh, gosh, no, you are definitely not. As soon as you get upset with him and you say something to him, he turns around and walks away. It's done. Over. Kaput.
That's because I only got 2 hands when I'm doing stuff, and I could crack you with either one of them. So I just walk away. Because I know I'll be breaking some teeth if I have to. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's bad. You would never hit a girl, though.
No, I wouldn't. Only a guy who's bigger than me. I used to beat up all the bullies in high school when they picked on the little guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were that one?
I was,
you were that guy?
I was the one. I was all protecting the weak.
Like Robin Hood.
Yeah. Kind
Yeah.
of felt like Superman. You know?
Oh, yeah. Big man of steel.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Big man of steel mush.
That's more me. Anyway, it's got to do with the hormones.
Hormones. There's that word again.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you make a hormone? You don't pay her. Uh-huh.
That's right.
I know.
Well, and mostly testosterone.
Okay.
So, in the McGill study, Debbie Moskowitz, do we know her?
Sounds familiar, actually. I think I went to school with her.
Yeah. Anyway, she's a professor of psychology, and she said that men with smaller ratios were more likely to listen attentively, smile, and laugh, and compromise or compliment a woman.
Okay, so that means, let's just rephrase that, because when you said smaller ratios, we don't want anybody to misunderstand this. That means the ratio between your fingers, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, so the shorter distance. So when there's more of a ratio,
yes,
then that's the one you need to watch away from. Then there can be the quarrelsome guy.
That's right. So you don't want men with large ratios. So stay away from the Italians.
Oh, you're a riot. You're a riot.
So anyway, you know what was interesting about that?
What?
It didn't matter whether the woman was a friend, a work colleague, or a romantic partner. The finger rule ratio held.
It held for all women?
Yes, for all women. And guys would, with this smaller ratio, were nice and complimented to
Wow. Okay.
all women, no matter what.
So the finger size provides a good prediction of behavior.
That's right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love it. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like this study.
I do too. Now, however,
Okay.
women with elongated fourth fingers were more likely to be promiscuous.
I got nothing.
Well, I got nothing either. But let me tell you, I'm looking for fingers now. When I pick out a girl, I'm looking for the length of her fingers.
Again, I got nothing.
Don't touch that dial, because we got something for you. We'll be right back. I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got brows? Aching for an arch? Frame it, fill it, and flaunt it. Say hello to beautiful.
Want your beauty question answered on the air? Email us now from AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did. You're listening to Trend Radio. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
And do you remember when we were talking about that $6,000 toilet from Japan?
I do.
Yeah, the Japanese just love their toilets. And they have all kinds of different kind of toilets and different ways to go to the bathroom. We talked about the
I don't understand this. I just don't understand
position.
why we need to do this all the time. We have to always talk about the bathroom.
You
are
very
a poopy,
interesting.
farty guy.
No, this is really interesting.
Okay.
It really is.
I'll bite.
There's all okay. Now, in Japan, cleanliness is next to godliness.
I would think that that's everywhere.
No, it's not.
Okay, but all right, go on.
All right.
So it's only Japan that's cleanliness is next to godliness? It's nowhere in the United States?
Well, for this little segment, it is.
Okay. All right. So our Japanese friends out there?
Yes.
Kudos to you guys.
Well, the word for pretty in Japan is karel, not the dishes, and which also means clean.
Corel?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure they say it with a different accent, but go
I
on.
don't have a Japanese accent.
Neither do I.
I got an Italian accent.
I know.
I got a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, I'm Brooklyn.
Got a Jewish accent.
Okay.
Anyway, this cultural obsession with keeping things really tidy and really clean and neat, it resulted in the development of some really cool Japanese habits in the bathroom.
Okay.
So there are a few things that you need to know when you go to Japan, if you go to Japan.
Alrighty. What are those things?
Okay.
For our friends traveling to Japan, this matters.
It really does.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are those things that they need to know so that when they go to the bathroom, they'll be fabulous?
Well, Japanese bathrooms come with their own footwear.
I know this. I can't believe I actually know this. Oh boy. Okay.
See that?
Yeah.
You're not just another pretty face.
No, I actually do know that.
Okay. Do you want to tell us why?
No.
Okay.
I love that you're telling us all of this, the bathroom stuff.
All right. Well, remember, that mom would always nag you to take off your shoes at the door, when you went over to the house.
Mine didn't do that. But yes, I do remember that.
Oh, yeah.
I know that.
Well, welcome to Japan. It's a nationwide no shoe rule, and this extends to offices, schools, fitting rooms, and even bars.
And Japanese restaurants in the United States also make you do that.
Oh, yeah. And
Authentic ones, absolutely.
and as we talk more, that's going to come up.
Yes, because I've been to, authentic Japanese restaurants and you cannot walk in. You take your shoes off, put them in your little cubby, and you get the little flats that they give you.
That's right.
And a kimono, too.
Now, this came about because in Japan, it's traditional to sit on the terami floor. Nobody wants to lounge, around all that crap that's stuck to the bottom of your shoes. That's why.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Now, private homes and public spaces usually have a row of really comfortable inside-only slippers awaiting their guests near the front door.
Wow. Very nice.
But when you visit the bathroom in Japan, you will find another pair of slippers to change into.
It's like a slipper fest.
That's right. Now, you don't want to confuse these slippers up with the house slippers and the bathroom slippers.
No, you definitely do not.
You do not.
But let me ask you something. Why is the bathroom like that?
But I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you everything.
I want to hear it all now.
Okay, so now, you don't want to confuse the bathroom slippers with the house slippers.
We've just been through that.
What? But okay, so how do you know the difference?
Well, when you enter the bathroom, you change slippers, and when you leave the bathroom, you change slippers.
That's correct.
So you're not leaving with the bathroom slippers, and you're not...
But the bathroom slippers and the house slippers do not look the same.
No, they're different.
They are different, but they're not different colors.
They're different styles.
Well, just so nobody ever confuses the bathroom slippers with the house slippers, they typically have cartoon characters, sitting on the toilet, or their shirt tucked into their underwear, or toilet paper dragging from their shoe. Those are so that way when you walk out of the bathroom, everyone else in the house will know that you didn't change your slippers, and you'll remember to change your slippers.
Wow. All right. So then it's a cartoon character.
It's a cartoon character of somebody trailing toilet paper on their shoe.
How funny is that?
In fact, didn't we once have a client that used the restroom?
We've had a lot of situations. I don't know that we should talk about the client bathroom issues.
I'm not going to mention it, but it was so funny. And she wound up becoming a very good client. It was the first time she was in. She went to the ladies' room, and her skirt was tucked into her pantyhose.
Yeah.
And when she came out, one of the gals ran over and untucked her.
Yes.
And she laughed. She was very, very embarrassed, but she turned out to be a very, very cool client.
Yeah, she was very cool. She is very cool.
Yeah. Anyway, did you know that Japan has toilets, toilet rooms, and bathrooms?
Oh, so this is how we define the difference. Okay, so there's a toilet room and then there's a bathroom.
That's right. You know,
So, okay. So I just wanted to clarify. So the toilet room is the room with the toilet and the bathroom is the room with the bath?
and the two shall never meet.
Ha. What happens if you have a problem with the toilet? Then you need the bath.
Well, hopefully you have more than one toilet, unless you're going to pee in the bathtub.
That's not what I was talking about.
How about that show, the 600-pound, My 600-Pound Life?
Oh,
Where
I don't, what?
they
You watch too much TV.
they go to the bathroom in the tub because they can't fit on the toilet.
I don't even want to know about this. Stop. That was awful.
I'm just telling you.
Oh, that must be one smelly place.
So anyway,
Ew.
Japan has a toilet room for going to the toilet, and they have a bathroom for taking a bath. Now, the thing that Japanese people find most outrageous about American homes is that the way we walk around on the carpet with our shoes, and the fact that, you know, that we will whiz and wash in the same room.
Really? Did you that's how you do it? That's what you said? Oh, boy.
Because of this. First of all, you're bringing the dirt from outside all through the house, and then you're bringing whatever, in the Japanese culture, bringing whatever dirt is in the bathroom or the toilet room out into your living room and your space. And in Japan, the toilet is the pinnacle of dirtiness. And the tub, not the shower,
Is the pinnacle of cleanliness.
the beacon.
The beacon.
Yes, if you
Oh.
can't have a pinnacle of dirty and a pinnacle of clean.
Okay.
One has to be a pinnacle, the other one has to be a beacon.
Oh, yes,
Because
Mr.
a
Anthony
beacon
Vincent.
shines, and your bath
Okay.
area should shine.
Fabulous.
And they are always detached from one another
In Japan.
in Japan. And I've actually seen some bathrooms where you walk into the bathroom and then there is a toilet room within the bathroom.
Yes.
But I've seen that here, but not there. You cannot walk from the toilet room into the bathroom. You walk out of the toilet and you change them slippers.
Wow.
So
You change them slippers. You make sure.
yeah. So that toilet is really in a kind of a small closet, and the shower and the bath are next door.
Very cool. All right. So everybody remember this. When you go to Japan, you'll be separated. Separated.
And you builders out there, when you're building these new houses, separate the two. It'll be a very unique house. People will like it. Maybe the idea will catch on.
We'll see.
Yeah. In fact, in the 80s. And,
Oh, my God.
well, I'm getting back to our $6,000 toilet. So in the 80s, there is this Japanese toilet company called Toto. They're still around.
Right.
The best toilet made you can get in this country. They created an all-in-one electronic toilet.
He loves this thing. I don't know why you don't have one. I just don't. You need to have one of these. You talk about it a lot.
I don't know why I don't have one either, but I definitely need one of these.
I think you do.
They this toilet, what they did is they combined a bowl and a bidet. And-
I know, and I'm sure our listeners.
Yeah, but this was a couple of months ago we talked about that. I gotta refresh their memories.
Okay, because it's so important, and it is. I know you love it, so it's important.
Listen, what radio station can you turn into? What show can you listen to where you can find out all about toilets?
Home and Garden. I mean, the house and Better House. Those they talk about
They
toilets.
don't give you the
construction.
information that Trend Radio gives you.
Oh no, of course not. Listen to us because we'll give you the information for a $6,000 toilet that will wash and cleanse you after you poo.
Well, the washlet, that was
The washlet.
that was 2012, and most all Japanese households are proud owners of these, high-end technical toilets. They fit them with self-cleaning nozzles that squirts a jet of warm water, and it also can be adjusted to aim at the right place at the target.
The right place at the right time.
That's right. They have motion-sensitive lids.
Oh, boy.
Because I know I'm always hearing women complain that their husbands have left the toilet seat up and they fall in. So there's motion-sensitive lids that go up and down. And some of them even have a blow-dry function.
This really would be a nice gift for you. This really would be very nice. Yes. We need to move forward on this.
Alrighty. Well, and one other thing.
What's that?
Japanese women do not have gossip sessions in the bathroom.
Cool.
Yep. There are no girls getting up and running to the bathroom. And they don't take selfies in the mirror.
I have to say, this is a very cool study and whatnot, but we really don't know what they do in the bathroom. You're not in the bathroom, and I'm sure you're not going to be in the bathroom with the Japanese women.
You're probably right about that.
I'm pretty sure.
So if you're joining us just now, your favorite salon is now your favorite radio show.
We make you healthier, wealthier, and sexier every time you listen.
Tune into us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we are Trend Radio. So, what you got for me now?
All righty. I just realized why you act the way you act and the way you treat me the way you treat me. It's all those cats.
You know what? I'm going to just say one thing. I'm an amazing, fabulous person, and I treat you beautifully.
Yeah, that's what you keep telling me.
I don't have to tell you. That's what you keep telling me.
Well, I think your cats can be changing your personality. And I'm talking about the vernacular you, not you in particular.
I'm sure that's what you're saying.
Yeah, you are pretty good to me.
I'm fabulous to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you change and when I say you, I'm talking about the vernacular you, do you change your kitty litter?
The vernacular me does.
Good.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Well, you should think twice about it because I have some new information that may permanently change the way you scoop your poop.
Do tell.
Well, cat feces contains parasites, and these parasites could change your mood and even your personality.
Wow. Now, does that go for men and women?
Yes, it would go for anybody that would,
That's
change the cat
interesting.
litter. And it's called toxoplasma. It's a parasite, and it's a cat poop parasite. So
I guess that's the reason why they don't ever want you to do that when you're pregnant.
that is right.
Wow.
Absolutely, because it could affect the fetus also.
Yeah.
And, cat feces, can contain parasites and, that will change your mood and by the billions. And according to this study, as many as 3 billion people, according to this article published in 2015 in the Scientific American, the fact that you live in the U.S., there's a 1 in 5 chance that you have a parasite in you right now.
That's very interesting. Is that the same for dogs? Like when you're outside?
No. Well, the toxoplasma is only for cats.
Okay. So that's another reason why a lot of people have those electronic litter boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Now the vernacular me has one. So I'm just saying, the very cool thing about these litter boxes is that after the cat goes to the bathroom, there's this little scooper claw kind of thing.
A rake.
That's exactly what it is. This little rakey kind of claw-like thing. One of my cats actually thinks it's a claw. She freaks out. But anyway, when she sees it, because she goes to the bathroom, then she turns around and watches it take it away. But anyway, it goes into this neat little package thing, and then it kind of bundles it up, and then you go and you put your gloves on and you take the little package and you throw it away.
Wow.
It's a very interesting little thing.
I've never seen one close up. I might have to investigate that. And we'll talk about
Okay.
what is it called?
I forgot the name of the actual litter box, but it's very cool. I mean, you can look it up online, and they have them at every store, Target, Walmart, wherever, and they're really, really cool things.
I'm going to look for it.
Yeah, and it's very, very simple, and it's very, very tidy, and the cat only freaks out a little bit. What are you doing with my poop? But, I mean, my boy cats really don't care, but my little girl, she just loses her little mind over it.
Do you said you have 3 cats?
I have 3 cats, yes.
How many litter boxes?
2, but 3. 2, yeah, in all little different places. One in the basement, one upstairs in a little corner of a closet. And the very cool thing about this also is that they don't smell, because the moment that the cat goes to the bathroom, it's gone. I mean, the cat leaves, and this is also motion sensitive. So as soon as the cat leaves, the little rake comes out, the little claw, as we call it, and it's gone. And so there's no moment of, that lingering odor. So it's a very cool thing.
Wow. I really want to find out more about that. little thing there.
Okay.
So anyway, the toxoplasmosis. How does that affect your mood? I'm going to tell you.
Oh, thank you so much. I really need to know.
Well, when these parasites get into your body, they like to hang out in your brain and actually change your behavior. The parasites live in your brain. They go up your nostrils, lodge in the brain.
Wow. That is really unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Now,
how do you remove this?
You don't. They're in there.
Wow.
Yeah. Researchers from parasite oncologists at Charles University in the Czech Republic suggest that people infected with this single-celled brain parasites, they will become a little more critical, neurotic, and insecure.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
Yeah, women tend to be more extroverted, conscientious, and persistent. And by the way, this does affect men too.
I would imagine it would affect anybody.
Yeah. In fact, men will tend to disregard rules, be more impulsive. Well, that sounds like me.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
They will be suspicious and jealous. That's not like me.
I guess it depends on what kind of situation, the vernacular you would be in.
Well, now cats really catch this parasite from any prey that they kill and they eat.
So all cats don't have this parasite?
No, all don't. But, even an indoor cat, they catch a mouse, whatever. They eat it and they get it. Now, so I imagine it could go back hundreds of years just passing this parasite along.
Very interesting study.
Yeah. Now, when the mice get toxoplasma, it actually causes the mice not to run from the cats. It even changes the mouse behavior too.
How funny is that?
Mm-hmm.
So the little mouse thinks it's gonna fight with the big cat.
Well, it just, they're not afraid. It changes their mood, their attitude.
I'm not afraid to die.
Yeah, they don't care.
I have toxoplasma and I'm coming for you. That's funny.
So, once that cat eats the mouse and once it's in the cat's intestines, those parasites multiply in the intestines, and they come out in their poop.
Interesting.
And once a cat is infected, it's infected for good.
And then once a person is infected?
I'm not sure, about that. We're going to have to ask a vet about that.
Interesting. Okay.
So the important thing is when you go to change the cat litter, what happens is you breathe the eggs. So now you're infected too. And you can also pick up the parasite when any poop particles are still left stuck on their back ends. You know how our cats like to cuddle with us, and sometimes they sleep on our head, and things like that. And one of the ways you can maybe realize is that some people will get flu-like body aches lasting a couple of days to a couple of months.
Interesting. Very interesting information. Yeah. But it's not deadly?
No, it's not deadly. Well, unless you're a mouse and you don't run from the cat.
Well, that's a whole different ballgame.
And you're a cat and don't run from the dog, or you're infected and don't run from.
Well, I guess shy of murder, it's not. It's not deadly.
Well, no.
Okay.
No, it's not deadly. But get your cat tested, because there is no cure for toxoplasmosis.
Interesting. Well, if anybody needs to know more about this, just email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. We'll send you the information that you need. You can speak with your veterinarian about this, and we'll send you a $50 gift certificate to Anthony Vincent Salon.
And we have a veterinarian right on staff. So we will get you in touch, person to person. Now, also, if your cat has it, wear a surgical mask when you change your litter. If you don't have that $800 pooper scooper, that Elise has.
It's not $800, everybody.
Oh, how much is it?
I don't know, but it's under $100.
Oh, okay. And you have 3 of them, huh?
Yes, I do.
We know who has the money around here.
Hey, you're the one with the $6,000 toilet. You done yet?
I got more.
About this?
If you want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about the poop anymore.
Okay. So.
Yeah, stop us. I mean, who's our veterinarian on staff?
Dr. Kathy Strajewski, Windsong Holistic Veterinarian Care in Hopewell. Fabulous place.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
Elise, we have a very special guest joining us today.
I know. I'm so excited. We are going to be speaking with Dr. Sarah Timapuri from Life is Great Global Foundation. And we came to know about LIG Foundation through our fabulous friend, Dr. Deborah Keegan, who is a member of the board of this amazingly charitable foundation.
Let's do it right now.
So, Dr. Timapuri, can you tell us about your foundation?
So we are a 501c3 charitable organization, and we've been functioning for a couple of years now, about 4 years or so. And we bring together medical and non-medical volunteers to deliver humanitarian relief around the world.
Who had this amazing idea for this beautiful, beautiful foundation?
Well,
was that you and your husband?
The 4 founding members, there's 4 of us who are very close and dear friends, 3 physicians and 1 IT consultant. And in 2010, right after the Haiti earthquake, my husband and I were sort of watching TV. I think all of us were, watching TV and watching all of the reporting that was going on live about the earthquake. And we were just completely floored and astonished by the differences in healthcare availability, to a place that's basically a 3-hour, 4-hour flight from Miami. I mean, we couldn't believe that close to where we have excellent healthcare, that there was this lack of medical resources and this tremendous need. And we just felt like we couldn't sit and watch that on TV without doing something. And so my husband was able to volunteer with an organization that had set up right away, very quickly, within hours of the earthquake, called the Project MediShare. I'm sure people remember it. They were featured on a lot of the reporting. They set up the Big Ten hospital right on the airport grounds.
Yeah, we remember that.
Yes. Absolutely. So he spent a week there shortly after the earthquake. And when he came back, he spoke with me, the other two founding members, and just said, this is what we've got to do, And so he brought me back and one of our other founding members, Dr. Raghu Tunga, who's an anesthesiologist that we went to medical school with. And we went back again a second time. And at that point, we decided that, this is what we want to do in life. This is what we went to medical school for. And that was sort of the birth of the idea, was that experience.
I'm actually getting chills listening to you speak. That is so incredible.
Yeah, this was just a calling. A tragedy happens, and you guys were just drawn to go there to do
Angels,
what you can do.
Absolute angels. How many medical trips have you already made?
Oh, we've done. I think we're close to 50 already.
Oh my gosh.
We average about 10 to 12 per year.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And how many volunteers did you say you took with you?
Well, on that very first trip, it was truly, about 4 of us who were very close friends. Between the 2 trips to Haiti, we took probably about maybe 6 to 10 people from, different hospitals that we're affiliated with. And it just grew by word of mouth from there, because once we did that, we sort of made a pact there in Haiti when we were coming back. And we shook hands on the way back, and we said, you know what, this is what we're going to do, however we're able to do it and in whatever format. And when we came back, we took 12 volunteers. And then it just expanded from there, basically through word of mouth. And I think what we found is that there's this just tremendous desire on behalf of so many people that we meet, medical and non-medical, to help in some way, to just give of themselves in whatever capacity they can, in whatever talents that they have. And what they needed was the venue, the ability to do it. And so our goal as an organization is to facilitate that. And we make short trips, between 5 days to about 10, 11 days, so that people can easily work within the confines of their daily life. You can take 1 week off and 2 weekends, and you can go to a community that's in great need and give it your all and still come back and still be able to take care of your job, take care of your kids, take care of your parents, and be able to continue functioning.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Now, the equipment and medications and supplies that you would need to make these trips, where do they come from? Who supplies you, and who pays for it?
I have to tell you, we're always greatly humbled by how blessed we've been with donations, because all of these supplies come via donations.
Wow.
The vast majority are via private donations. So, for example, people will donate. We do a mixture of medical and non-medical relief, because we found that medical and non-medical relief sort of go hand in hand. They're very difficult to separate. So, we'll get a lot of non-medical donations just from volunteers, their family members, people who hear that we're going to a certain area. They can't physically come themselves, but they'll either donate, funds or supplies, paper, coloring books, educational books, and then also various medical supplies. We've had a lot of donors who, go on sale, go to Costco, go to Target, wherever, and pick up, 1,000 pills of acetaminophen, as an example, and donate it. Even those types of donations. And then in addition to that, we've had other medical corporations make donations. A lot of medical corporations and equipment suppliers have robust corporate social responsibility programs, and they will make donations to the appropriately accredited organizations. The other places where we go is there are a number of other organizations out there that do this. They sort of gather supplies that other companies are willing to donate, and then they act almost like a distribution center where other companies or organizations that do the field work can go and reach out to them and get the supplies from them and then take them out and use them in the field. So we get medications and supplies from a number of different sources. And to date, we've distributed almost $6 million worth of equipment and supplies
my
to
goodness,
different
wow.
areas. And
That's unbelievable.
Now, did you know about the
availability
of the items and the supplies and whatnot the first time he went out there? Or did you have to research
No,
that?
It's very interesting. The first time that we went, we really the biggest equipment or supply that we brought was ourselves. We brought ourselves. And when we got there, it's sort of a community of people who like to do this work. And you make contacts, you talk to people, and you hear about this contact, that leads to another 3 contacts. So it was really a great deal of research that went into this, and phone calls and sort of networking that gave us the ability to understand that there is this network of organizations and people who really give it their all to do this type of work. And honestly, that type of communication and sort of personal belief in what we do is really what facilitated a great deal of these donations.
The communities that you go into, that you help, these communities, do you have seminars to help, train these people so that they can also help themselves and, continue along with what you're doing?
So wherever we go, we network with the existing healthcare community, and in that way, they can continue to work even when we're not there. And the goal would be for any community to eventually not need us anymore. And then we'd be able to go and go to another place. But where we go, we try with our real long-term projects to go regularly and nurture those relationships so that we can be a resource for those communities. And in return, I have to tell you, we greatly learn from each project every time, and it helps us to be able to help other communities much better.
Wow.
How many communities or countries have you been in so far, or is Haiti the one that you're just concentrating on at the moment?
Well, I have to say Haiti was our first, so it was kind of near and dear to our heart. But currently, I believe we've been in 11 different countries.
Oh, my.
And again, different projects of different durations, lengths, and breadth as well.
How beautiful.
How informative is this, Elise? You just don't get this information anywhere.
I know. It was incredible. And you know what, Anthony? Tune in next week to hear more with Dr. Tima Pori and LIG Global Foundation.
You'll be glad you did.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got lips? Want that perfect pout? Find the hue that's right for you. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Shape, stain, and shimmer. Same shade. Say hello to beautiful.
Email us now from AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did.
So, long-term relationships.
What about them?
Sex.
What about that?
Well, sex is different in long-term relationships.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. There's often a conflict between those reluctant wives and their horny husbands. Why is it that way?
Why is it that you just said that? Reluctant wives and horny husbands. What about the reluctant husband and the horny wife?
That doesn't happen all that often. We are in a business of
I can't
women,
believe that you would say something like that. That does happen.
Many of the women talk about their horny husbands.
And many
and
of
the guys
the women
that come in talk about their cold wives. And I have to listen to that.
Okay, I listen to plenty too.
Yeah. And what do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of women that are not reluctant at all. Not at all.
Well, then they are not matched up with the right men as far as their libido goes.
And maybe it's the man.
Oh, it's always the man. It's always the guy.
See that? Mm-hmm. Now you're talking.
Well, now sex.
Yes, we're getting this from the master, everybody.
Sex among lesbians in long-term relationship tells a whole different story about female sexuality and libido.
Well, okay. Please share.
Well, okay. If women really don't like sex as much as men, then lesbians must have way less sex than straight couples or gay men.
According to the male brain, yes, I can understand where that statement might be taken, but that's not the way it is. That wouldn't be the way it is.
All right. Well, what's the way it is?
Well, I'm not a lesbian, but I can be a better lesbian than you. So
I don't know. I'm a pretty good lesbian.
I don't think so. I don't think you are.
We're all talk, no action.
Yeah. All right. So what does your study say?
Well, this psychologist, Pepper Schwartz, she wrote in her iconic 1983 book, American Couples. Very interesting book.
Okay. Did you read it?
I read through it. I skimmed it.
You went through it, but you didn't actually read it. But,
No, I didn't actually read it.
Okay.
Well, what she's suggesting in her book is that lesbians have less sex than any other type of couple.
She's suggesting that? See,
In that book, yeah.
I'm surprised to hear that, because I don't think that's true based on, my group of friends and the people that I know. I definitely would.
You got a horny group of friends?
I didn't say that.
And you haven't introduced me to any of them?
I didn't say that. I have so many friends, Anthony. You couldn't keep up with them.
That's right.
But that's besides the point. So,
I'm happy if I have one friend.
oh, well, thank God I'm your friend then. So go on. Tell me what else that this woman says.
This book seems to confirm a gendered understanding of sex, that men love it, women don't.
Interesting. I disagree.
Okay, and you should, because in recent studies, actually just released the results of it of a survey. This is really awful title. How often do queer women have sex?
I don't like that title either.
Yeah, well, you can Google it, and it's at astrostraddle.com / how often do lesbians have sex?
Okay, lesbians is one thing, but queer women? I hate that word queer. That's a really bad word.
I don't care for it either, but that's the title. So, anyway.
A man wrote that title?
I don't think so. So anyway, after surveying 8,500 lesbian women, this comprehensive survey showed that monogamous lesbians are having sex as much, if not more, than their straight couples.
Agreed. That I agree with.
Well, thank you very much.
It's the truth.
Yeah, and it is the truth, because data shows monogamous lesbian couples are having sex multiple times per week, while straight couples are having sex at a very similar rate.
Okay.
Okay, and it contradicts that book of regular sex, that married straight people are having more sex than their unmarried but monogamous counterparts. Okay.
Interesting.
And this study was a little confusing to me, so, it really was, because with all the different groups of people having sex and who likes it, who doesn't, who's doing twice a day, who's doing
It
3
just
times a week.
confused you. It just put you over the edge, huh?
Well, I was a little jealous.
Oh, were you?
So anyway, okay, to break it down, the monogamous lesbian couples, whether they were married or not, are having amounts of sex comparable to their straight married friends, and more sex than their straight unmarried counterparts. Now, lesbians tend to have sex for longer periods of time.
Okay. How long? What do you mean?
Well, so, okay. So even if they're having sex at the same amount of times per week,
Okay.
as straight people do, they're still having more sex because they make it last.
Ah. Interesting.
I guess, some people have sex for 3 minutes and some people have sex for 3 hours.
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting.
So anyway, beyond the times per week, these studies show that lesbian couples are having a higher quality sex.
Because it lasts longer.
It lasts longer, and and a number of the studies on lesbian sex say that lesbians have more orgasms.
Really? That's what the studies say. Lesbians have more orgasms.
In a few of them. I mean,
Really?
yeah. So, and that they find that overall sex.
Okay,
is
overall,
more-
based on statistics saying overall, because it's not
Well, of these-
everybody.
right, it's not
Yeah,
everybody.
it's just this
It's
study.
these 8,500 women that were surveyed.
I see.
Okay, so the data on lesbian sex would seem to show that the women aren't innately prone to dislike sex, as that 1983 book,
Wow.
where that book says that women generally dislike sex.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's the 80s. This is now.
That's right. That's right. And I think that parents used to tell their little girls from the time they're, 10 or 11 years old, sex is bad, sex is bad, sex is bad.
I guess it depended on the parents.
Well, and girls from the time they're 12 years old are having little boys chase them.
I think that it even starts earlier than that. The little girls with the pigtails are getting their little pigtails pulled.
Yes, they are.
By the little boys who want to pull their pigtails. If you were wearing pigtails today, I'd pull them.
I would too.
I know. Well, that was you. Actually, I was just being you.
Yeah, well, that's a
I'm
tough
not
one.
pulling pigtails.
So,
Not
so this-
really. I could be you in a sports bra.
yes,
Yeah.
you could.
Yeah.
Well, so, this study showed that women are really not prone to dislike sex or want less of it or find it less enjoyable. But women enjoy sex as much as males do.
Okay.
So,
So what's your point there?
well, according to the study, for a large number of women, the problem isn't an inability to get aroused, but it's a disinterest in sex with their particular partner.
Yes, I was going to actually say that because that's really what it's all about.
It's about the partner, what goes on between your ears.
It's always that. It's what you see, it's what you hear, that's what brings, you down to how you feel. And most women, it's an emotional thing. And they just can't turn that off. Men can. Most women can't. Some women can. But most can't. And so that's where the disinterest happens. So it's not that they're disinterested in sex, but they're disinterested in sex with their partner.
They're disinterested in the monogamy itself.
Okay. Well,
With their partner, because if they're monogamous,
and
they're
exactly. So a lot of times, that's where the extramarital thing happens because they go outside. They go outside the box.
What?
That happens. You know that happens.
Oh, I hate that when that happens.
But that does.
Yeah.
And they go outside the box because, they do want it and they want to get it. And they look for it in other places.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do see a lot of that in our business.
Oh, boy.
And we keep our mouths shut.
Like a
vault.
Like a vault.
A steel trap.
Steel. Yeah.
Well, in a German study of 2,500 people, one of the few systematic comparisons of female and male desire at progressive stages of committed relationships found that men start out with equal lust, for one another, but for women who've been with their partners between 1 and 4 years, a decrease in lust begins.
Really? So soon?
Yeah, between 1 and 4. Their male partner's level of lust seems to remain stable, though.
Very interesting. That's interesting. Interesting statistics there.
Okay. So, what do you think? Monogamous relationship or just play the field? Let it last for a year or two or a month or so?
Well, I'm all about monogamy.
Yeah.
But, ask somebody else who, who isn't, and they'll say something else.
Yeah, I think monogamy is not about sex. I think it's about a partnership, friendship, love.
Oh, definitely about love and care, concern, And it goes beyond. It goes beyond everything else. Yeah, let's just say it goes beyond everything else.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, we talk about a lot of studies that
I love
that we
studies.
read. I know. In fact, you've been participating in studies for many, many years, haven't
I've
you?
actually been participating in one study for 32 years.
Wow.
When I graduated from high school, which was 32 years ago, they chose a bunch of, I guess, students from our graduating class. And it's called Monitoring the Future. And I'm so excited because I just got my little pamphlet again. And I just fill out all of this paperwork and information. Takes me about an hour, and it's just, I love it. I love doing it. And they send you the results a couple of months later. So
how cool is
you know
that?
what? In a couple of months, I'll bring in the results.
All right.
And we'll talk about it because
What
it's
were
so
some
cool.
of the questions and things you were asked
They
about?
talk about your family life. They talk about your parents and your siblings. They talk about what kind of work you do and, what your education level is, how much money you make, where you live, if you've moved, out of the area, that type of thing, what your dreams are and your goals. And, if you're married, not married, how many kids you have. I mean, they just go through a whole bunch of different things, your life, everything. If you're charitable, at this age, at that age. I mean, they ask, it's amazing. And the questions actually do change over the years. It's so much fun to actually do and to see the results. And you don't know who is in it and who's not in it. I mean, obviously, I just said I'm in it. But so I don't know if any of my friends, were in it. It's just very cool. I'll bring in the results in a couple of months and we'll talk about it again.
Terrific. I'm looking forward to that.
It's cool.
Alrighty. You have been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go right to our website, AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Click away and listen today.
And if you have a topic of interest that you want us to talk about, or you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
Remember, your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card.
And how you make people feel, that becomes your trademark.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.